Break! Good lad. Oh, you little shit. Oh, this is around my neck, bro. Fuck you. These are gonna break my neck, I swear. This dog is fucking. Oh, okay, no, you're gonna pull my neck. Diesel, enough now, yeah? We're in the middle of the forest. Thought I saw someone behind me then. Look at that, you see that thing there? Where is it? There? Thought I saw someone behind me then. Fucking. Had to look. Thought I was gonna get raped in the forest. Yeah, I've been having back issues lately. I don't know, like, I was on the leg extension yesterday and I like pulled it and I tried to leg press. I couldn't even leave my legs up to the fucking platform. Couldn't even get my knees like into a comfortable position without my knees sort of going out on the way down on a leg press, and I was just like, fuck this, put 2 plates on, and it was like unbearable sort of pain where I'd get up and I'd be feeling like some sort of compression in my lower back. I mean, I'll be getting weekly massages, and today's Saturday. I'm gonna wait till Monday for my next massage, and then I'm going to go from there in terms of what I might have to do. So I might have to get an MRI scan and see what's going on there, because something just doesn't feel right. Everyone's going to have an opinion in the comments, which I always appreciate, but sometimes when you are so open about your issues, it puts too many fucking thoughts into your head. You start googling this fucking amputation of the fucking leg or something like that. So I'm just going to try and avoid doing that as much as I can and reading into it and just going with the flow with it. Getting me down a little bit, I must admit. I nearly cracked and had a spliff last night. Was literally gonna call up mate and say, can you just roll me a spliff quickly? The smoking used to get rid of my pain. It used to hide a lot of my pain. Like any sort of niggles I had when I used to smoke, fucking gone, completely gone. A lot of people told me on, I posted on Instagram yesterday, like, it's just you going backwards, George. You don't want to go backwards from that. And you're right, you know, I moved on from that, and it's just easy to go back to what we were doing beforehand. No smoking, George. Tell me, if you're watching this right now, tell me not to fucking smoke, because I fucking will. No, I'm not joking, I won't. Or will I? Was that fucking spliff? Feeling a little bit sorry for myself, I must admit. It's just one of those ones like, why always me? Why is this happening to me? Feel sorry for Georgie boy sort of mentality. Yeah, it's just this year, like thinking about it, I've had stomach issues, which got over now. I have literally no problems at all. I think that was just down to the smoke. I don't know what that was down to, but I think smoking played a big role in that. And now lower back issues. It's like, when is this gonna ever end? I feel like everything happens for a reason, you know, it does, and my time will come. I'm thinking about now, would I rather this happen to me in my contest prep next year, or would I rather it happen now in my off season? 100% now in my off season, right? So it could be worse, it really could. I could not be able to walk right now, but at the moment, going for walks with Diesel seems to help me. Go back. Give me a spin. Spin. Give me a 12. Give me another spin. Give me another 12. Around the world. Good lad. Good lad. You are a smart boy. Testing, 1, 2, 3. I hope this fucking mic is working, because if not, I'm gonna flip. I'm in for Paul. Obviously last week I took 5 complete days off after injuring my back. You may have seen that in one of my previous videos. That was very frustrating. I was very annoyed about that. It feels okay now. I've had massage work, and I must admit, after the massage work was pretty battered. Trained legs made it a little bit worse. Like, I probably shouldn't have done that, but it is what it is. I knew, you know, when you've got a mindset, I wanted to train. I just wanted to train. It isn't a hip hinge rotation. It is just a lot of machine work, and I think that's one of the biggest things that have actually improved my back is, don't get me wrong, I've done barbell rows, I've done dumbbell rows, but I've never really seemed to connect well with them. And now I just do movements that I really connect well with. So pullover machine is first. Something that I've incorporated recently is the hamstring pullover machine, which for me, like when I look at physiques and I look at people that do pullovers, I often find they have like just the backs, the lat from the front, the serratus, that muscle that pops here, the claws, just looks 10 times better on most people. And for me, I need bigger lats from the front, you know, especially after watching the show on the previous weekend just gone. I definitely need more muscle from the front in my lats. From the rear, it's okay, it still needs improving though. But it's one big focus, and I'm hoping with me getting stronger on that, I can improve that. So fingers crossed, touch wood. Then we're going on to the prime row, one of my favourite rows in the fucking game. The prime, you've got a prime chest supported row at your gym, fucking use it, phenomenal. Then we're going to do a D-handle pull down, which you may have seen in one of the previous videos, very similar, upper back row. And then we're doing a stipple ups, rear delt, shrug, and then a bicep curl to finish off. So this session normally takes me about half 1 now. I'll normally finish around about half 3, so about 2 hours, no more than that. One thing I've been trying to really do in the past year is just bring down my session length. I used to train like leg 3 hours. Don't need spending that time. Like Jack Forburn time, spending 4 or 5 hours and 6 hours in the gym. Don't need to be doing that. Shout out Jack, but I love Jack. He just does what he fucking wants, and he won't let anyone stop him. If I tell him stop training 6 hours, he won't give a shit. And I love that mentality about him. Fucking great. As always, got numbers set. I haven't trained Paul in about 11 days, so it's going to be 11 days, 9 days. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how that plans out today. But I'm confident strength is back up, food is there, body weight's there. So I made sure in my devolume week or deload I should say, I didn't drop my body weight. And that's one of the biggest factors. Anyway, my hair's looking like a fucking tramp. Let's get on with this session, Georgie boy. We are back with a voiceover for the rest of this session. Shout out Leanne and Chris, the owner of Physique's Gym. Absolutely love you guys, and I'm very thankful for what you've done for me over the past couple of years. But fuck me, your music is shite. Yesterday was California Girls in the name of... Don't get me wrong, classic tune about 10 years ago. However, when I'm doing like a top set, PB, I couldn't think of anything worse. I really couldn't. Yeah, sorry guys, I love you, but yeah, change the music up for me. And it normally gets demonetized anyway because it's so loud in this gym that I can't even hear myself think. Nick Walker won the Arnold's last weekend, just this weekend gone, sorry. Unreal by the way. And he's only like 27, like it's fucking crazy. He's 3 years older than me, and he's like, look at the size of him. He's just absolute giant. One thing that I'm going to replicate for him, that made no sense there, but one thing I'm going to replicate is his mentality, his mindset. He has the mindset of wanting to win, and in 2019 I didn't have that mindset. I just wanted to be the best version of myself. I wanted to just compete to see where I'm at, and I think obviously first time round you don't know what to expect, right? So I can understand that sort of mindset, but at the same time I love winning. When I tell you I come off stage and I started crying probably every single time I came off stage, got in my car, cried for about 5 minutes, then got over it. I just hate losing. I don't like losing, and I love winning. So when I tell you guys who's watching this right now, I'm going to win a bodybuilding show, I ain't fucking bullshitting you. I'm going to win a bodybuilding show next year. I'm like 50 weeks out. Not that I'm counting, but I'm around about 50 weeks out or so. And when I tell you I am doing everything in my... I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for here, George? Someone help me out in the comments. I'm doing everything I possibly can to be the absolute best. I'm living and breathing this shit. I'm taking it full time. I'm not missing a meal. I'm not missing an hour in bed. I am living it. And for any short guys or any guys in the lightweight categories next year that are thinking about competing, like just watch out for me, yeah, because I'm going to be there and I'm going to fucking beat you. And it might sound stupid, but I'm going to give it my absolute fucking all. And if they do beat me, fair play. I'm always honest. I'm always going to be open and say, look, well done, you beat me. But I'm going to be hard to beat, that's for sure. I'm going to be hard to beat. And this stuff that you're seeing right now, what I'm doing in my off-season, is literally going to replicate that next year. So I might sound like a dickhead to some of you guys. I don't care. But this is what I'm going to be doing, and this is how I'm going to be doing it. So be on the lookout and make sure you follow next year's prep, because it is going to be exciting. It's something that I've been talking about a lot, and I've just been, especially guys I see on stage competing at the moment, I absolutely love it, and it makes me miss it a lot and brings back memories. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying today's video. Doing a D-handle curl here, one of my favourite exercises for biceps. Give it a go if you've got a shorter cable stack here. Unreal. Like the contractions I get on this just by keeping my elbows behind me, just taking that bicep fullest range of motion is great. And then obviously a preach curl here. I think if you can do like a bicep curl, like the D-handle one, then add in like a preach curl, I think you're getting the best of both worlds, having that sort of elbow in that fixed position. And then something which I've been doing, which I'll highlight upon quickly, is planking. I've actually been trying to improve my sort of transverse abdominals, if that's the word. Just because I'm very weak. Like I did my first plank in about 2 years, and I can only do 2 minutes 54 seconds, which is awful. I did it the other day and got 3 minutes 25, so I've already added 30 seconds to it. I'm trying to get up to 10 minutes. The world record, I googled it, 9 hours. Someone did that for 9 hours, and I'm struggling to do 2 minutes. Here I'm just stretching out my spine because I've got a terrible spine and it's causing me issues. So just kind of allowing it just to kind of stretch out. I look terrible here. Look at me just hanging short ass, having to use a dumbbell. But I hope you enjoyed the rest of this video. Make sure you comment down below how everyone is. I always love that. And as always, we'll chat in a bit. We seem to be here every single video. I call this like the talking corner. The talking corner, we'll call it that. This one's a little bit weird. You'll probably find this a little bit weird, but I'm very honest and transparent about my life, and I think it helps a lot of people out. It helps me out as well, I must admit, like talking about these sort of things, because as I've said in previous videos and stuff like that, I don't really talk to people about this sort of stuff, so I kind of use my channel as a way to express how I feel, and it makes me feel better. So definitely another thing. Also, I think it's quite a unique selling point to me. Like, you know, you see a lot of the stuff that I talk about on my YouTube. You don't often see other YouTubers sort of do that, and I like that. I like transparency. I like honesty. I like people keeping it real. Like, what you see is what you get with me. If you meet me in person, I'm the exact same person, if that makes any sense. You know, when you just start to think something in your head and just like, that makes sense, and then you play it back later and it's like, that totally didn't make sense. So this one's a bit personal, but we'll keep it real. Ever since I've become single, standard, you don't get as much action, standard, right? You know, in a relationship, you kind of got that guaranteed, you know, you're going to be doing this, you're going to be doing that, you have sex in, that's there. I need to be careful because we have neighbours, and I don't want, well, who gives a fuck anyway, I'm sure they're laughing at it. But basically, I've stopped I don't want to call it wanking. I told myself, do not just use a professional term here, George. I've stopped masturbating for the past 5-6 days now, and I noticed I was doing it every day. And there's no problem with doing it every day, you know, it's not detrimental to your health. But the thing that I was doing is I was watching a lot of porn. Not too much porn, but when you're spending like 45 minutes to an hour before you go to bed watching porn, deciding what you want to fucking watch, you start doing it, fucking, oh no, I don't want to do it to that, I'm going to watch something else instead. It's not my cup of tea, I'm going to do something else instead. When it gets to that point where you're sitting there watching it, it's kind of like fucks up with your brain, you know, and it's not real, you know. We both know, you and me watching right now, sex is completely different to porn, you know. Porn is fake. It's fake. If you want to, yeah, it's fake, it's not real. The same as having it with your partner. And for me, I was starting to watch it too much. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't do it. I mean, I'm not 15, 16-year-old George anymore who used to do it 6 times a day and be totally fine with it. Like, if I did it 6 times a day now, I'd be bloody broken. 5 days clean. And I googled something, someone messaged me on Instagram and said, just search up semen retention. And I actually googled it, and it's a thing where basically you just, it says it in the fucking name, just retain your semen, and there are a few benefits to it. Like, I'm 5 days clean now, and I'll tell you, this is probably the best I felt in terms of energy, motivation, wanting to do stuff. Don't get me wrong, I love a tug, fucking love it, as you can probably tell from watching my Instagram, thing that I'm a male, I'm 24, I'm in my prime, I love it. But at the same time, I'm just thinking, you know, I can't keep doing that, and I can't keep letting my brain watch fake stuff with fake tits and fake asses and fucking fake orgasms and squirting everywhere. This video is going to get demonetized, but it shouldn't, because it's education. Yeah, I just noticed I've been watching it way too much, and I've just decided to go completely clean, 5 days clean. The biggest thing I've noticed is on the way to the gym, I always used to yawn. I don't know why, I just used to yawn my head off, like just fucking 5-6 yawns on the way to the gym. Haven't done that since 5 days clean. I've not yawned once throughout the day. Crazy, until I go to bed. More productive, more focus on wanting to do my goals, driven, and don't get me wrong, I feel hornier as well. Like, I feel like, yeah, I feel good for it. Like, when I do that next, I'm going to enjoy it more, not just constantly tugging away your fucking life and having a bent old cock. On a serious note, if you are one of those people, even females, and you're doing it every single day, just give it a go. Just stop for a little bit and see how you feel. And don't be brainwashed by what's on the internet, because I was sitting there 45 minutes to an hour, like I said, just watching shit. I'm like, really? And you watch it for that long, yeah, and it's not even fucking good in the end. Like, it's like all that for that, and you just like, oh fuck this, I'll go to bed. I could have done that in 5 minutes, you know, wasting so much time. So now I literally, instead of doing that, I read my book. So I'm actually improving myself in terms of my reading skills and stuff like that, because I've always been quite a poor reader, as you can probably tell by just my grammar and the way I speak. I've never been good at English, and that's one thing which I want to do, is become a reader, be good at reading, or better at reading. I don't think I'm ever going to be perfect, but I want to be better at speaking as well, because I'm not great at speaking. I stuck my words left, right and centre, and I think reading will help that. So yeah, I thought I'd give you a little bit of an insight regarding what's happening with the Georgie boy, and this is my 6th day, I think, 6th or 7th day, and I miss it, don't get me wrong, because I love it, but at the same time, it's done me very good up here. It's made me more organised. I feel energetic throughout the day, and I'm not fucking... Yeah, it's just Google semen retention if you've never done it, honestly. We're around here, you know. Fucking love porn, eh? Fucking come on, where the girls. No, I'm joking. Dead, bruv. I need to stop that. Neighbours fucking... Got the window open. Whee. I think it's sensible to leave this video here. I'll be heading up to the Arnold Classic this weekend in Birmingham. I'll be there Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Most likely we'll be walking around. So if you do bump into me, if you do see me, make sure you come and say hello. Always appreciate everyone that says hello, grabs a photo and just has a good old chat, you know, because it reminds me of, yes, George, you're doing a good job. Keep up what you're doing. Comment down below, Max, if you watched the whole thing. There he is, asleep. He probably can't even hear me right now. Max. Death is a bat, bless him. So sad. Anyway, lots of love. See you guys in the next one. Peace.
Slap man out of his Jordans, give us some spaces, waps or jam. PR on me and bro boys baby out, you don't need no pram. If didn't whack it, I'll probably smash it or hit him up with a bat. Jack on the wing, just swinging his jab. Facts, he's been verified in the can. Been verified in the trap. 500 G's is more than a chat. Far from rich, I don't think I'm the kid. At least there ain't no cap in my rap.